Welcome to an overview of Synata Hugoton, located just outside the town of Hugoton in southwest Kansas, also known as the natural gas capital of North America. The property consists of a 400-acre plant site, 420 acres of farmland, and 5 off-site water wells, of which 3 are converted to industrial wells and piped into the site. The plant site includes 2 12-acre lagoons and the 20-acre biomass cogeneration and ethanol facility. A scale house is stationed at the main entrance of the plant to weigh inbound and outbound trucks. The nearby cluster of buildings includes the maintenance shop, a lab, and the control room from where the entire facility can be monitored and operated. A 10,000 square foot warehouse is conveniently positioned on the far end of the receiving area to accept shipments of spare parts. On the opposite end of the loop is biomass receiving. There are a total of 4 biomass receiving lines, 2 dedicated to ethanol production, 1 dedicated to boiler fuel supply, and 1 swing line. Processing consists of automated singulation, destringing, and coarse chop of the bales before passing them through the grinders outside the building. Biomass intended for ethanol production travels pneumatically to the pre-treatment area. In pre-treatment, the biomass undergoes an acid soak and steam explosion to transform ground biomass into liquor. The liquor is then transferred to the next area for saccharification and fermentation. The system consists of 3 1.1 million gallon saccharification tanks, 3 1.1 million gallon fermentation tanks, a 1.5 million gallon beer well with CO2 scrubber, and a yeast propagation skid. To the immediate west of the saccharification tanks is the Clean in Place system, which performs fully automated sterilization of the tanks and process lines after they're emptied to prepare for the next batch. The CIP system features 2 tanks of different concentration dilute caustic solution for cleaning and 1 freshwater tank for rinsing. There is also an ozone generator for production of ozonated water. Adjacent to CIP is chemical storage. A series of tanks are dedicated to bulk supply of sulfuric acid, sodium hydroxide, caustic, aqueous ammonia, cellulase, and nutrient. The fermentation broth produced in the beer well passes over these areas en route to distillation and evaporation. This area distills the dilute ethanol into fuel-grade quality. The distilled ethanol is stored in a tank farm at the southern end of the facility. This area consists of 2 500,000-gallon final product tanks, 2 41,000-gallon shift or off-spec tanks, 1 41,000-gallon methanol tank, and 1 22,500-gallon denaturant tank. From the tank farm, the final product would go to the nearby rail or truck loadout areas. The loadout area has the capacity to load 4 rail cars simultaneously as well as 1 truck. The Andritz filtration system uses plate and frame filters to separate out residual solids from the fermentation broth. The syrup passes through the quadruple evaporators to remove water. Recovered solids and syrup from the filter presses, as well as a small amount of biomass, are carried up to the biomass tower. In the tower, they traverse a series of hoppers and feed screws to feed the boiler. The facility has a Detroit Stoker boiler which uses natural gas startup burners. This unit drives a steam turbine generator, and the exit steam is used in distillation and other plant units. Exhaust recovered from the boiler passes through a large bag house to remove particulates, and air quality is monitored through a SEMS system. Fly ash produced as a byproduct of boiler operation is collected in this silo. It has a rail loadout to export the fly ash for disposal or commercial use in cement products. The 21 megawatt General Electric steam turbine generator produces more than enough electricity to power the site. Excess power is exported to the public grid through the 69 kilovolt substation, generating revenue. There are also 4 Cummins 1.75 megawatt natural gas generators, which allow the plant to start up without power from the grid. 5 electrical control rooms are distributed around the plant site to service nearby systems. The cooling tower south of the turbine provides cooling to, among others, fermentation, distillation, and wastewater treatment. This area is equipped with a backup package chiller system. Water for the plant is supplied by 5 local wells. 3 are currently connected, with the other 2 reserved for future use. The raw water is piped to a 1 million gallon tank, which doubles as a fire water tank. From this tank, the untreated well water first passes through an initial sand filter system, followed by 2 reverse osmosis systems to produce process water. This is followed by a demineralization system to produce boiler quality water. On the southeast corner of the site, next to the fire water tank, is the wastewater treatment plant. The system consists of a 5.5 million gallon anaerobic reactor, 1.1 million gallon aerobic reactor, 7 membrane banks, and biogas collection and flare. Treated water is suitable for crop production and can be held in the pair of 12-acre lagoons until applied to the property's adjacent farmland. This site has a design capacity of 25 million gallons of ethanol per year and 7 megawatts of net renewable electricity. While active, it generated cellulosic ethanol under a D3 RIN. Operations concluded in 2015.